Okay, now we're back.
We're good?
Hey, and welcome back to Udicci.TV. We're out here at the Rochester Women Magazine's Ultimate Health Expo. And now it's my pleasure to kind of welcome Stacy Pum, right, from the Coffee Connections.
Yeah.
And you're out here today. But let's talk a little bit about Coffee Connections, because it's a little bit weird to think like health fair coffee, but that's not what you're about. It's just coffee, is it?
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about your organization.
Well, we were started in 2001. A lady by the name of Nancy Sawyer Merlina had opened it up, and she wanted to close it down in 2011. And my executive director, Joy Bergfalk, and her husband, Jimmy Reeder, wanted to take it over. And our mission statement is, we empower women in recovery from addiction, trauma, and homelessness, providing important skills for employment and education while supporting long-term sustainable recovery. Our newest goal is job creation, which benefits both our women and our local economy. So we also, all our coffee is organic. Okay, we roast everything right on site. We sell all kinds of shoes and shirts and t-shirts and jewelry, and everything is made by the Peruvians. We work with the artisans personally. Nancy is our connection, and we pay the workers a fair trade so they can grow coffee instead of drugs. And then that way they can provide their children with shoes and education and all that stuff. So,
you know, it's interesting because I think so often we miss those little pieces, right?
Yes.
As much as, I mean, we're involved in quite a few things, but you always miss those little pieces, like they grow coffee instead of drugs.
Right.
And I love when there is an opportunity that one organization is helping people here, and then that organization is helping people there.
Exactly.
And it's kind of a win-win-win. And I think that we can do that. But let's talk a little bit about what the organization does. I mean, you were explaining to me a little bit about the recovery aspects and the getting back to work. I want to talk a little bit about that because I think that's a compelling story.
Yes, it is. So I'll be an example. I started there as a WEP worker, which a WEP worker is somebody who was on DSS and has to work for employment. And I started there, and I've worked there since August, and I was employed in February. And that, right now, we're not in a place where we can hire anybody, but we do have volunteers and WEP workers, and we try to teach them life skills and responsibility and how to get back into the workforce and how to become a productive member of society, which we lose when we're using. And we try to teach the best. I know I try to give my experience, strength, and hope. I myself will have 8 years clean in this year, July 18th. So I've struggled for a long time, and I am now a very happy, productive woman because of my addiction. I learned from my mistakes, and that's who I am today because of the consequences that I learned from. So that's what we try to teach the other women also, that it's possible to stay clean.
If you could tell people, what does it mean to you, or like, what is that, I'll say the lie that you believed when you had the addiction versus what you know to be true now? And I don't know if you understand what I'm asking, but it's
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What would you say to people about that?
I believe that I was a failure. I believe that nobody would hire me again because of my criminal history. I believe that, I was told by many people that I would be nothing, and I truly started to believe in myself this time coming around to stay clean. It's been, many, many tries. But when we're using, we constantly use because of our guilt. And it's all from, doing stuff when we were younger or having stuff done to us when we were younger. So we believe that we were worth nothing because that's what people told us and how people treated us. So we kept using. But when we come into recovery, you have to grow up. You have to learn how to retrain your mind, your thinking, and it's a hard process. It's a very slow process, but it's very possible to stay clean. I'm an example. I never thought I would, ever.
I want to
Ever.
I want to thank you for coming, but I'm going to break a little rule about our 5 minutes. I want to let you know you are a wonderful person. I feel when people recognize that their past need not define their future.
That's right.
That is what everything that we're here for Lexington Federal Credit Union. We are an economic development credit union. We're an economic development company, and I just get so upset when people believe that your past mistakes require you to stay where you are.
Absolutely not.
And to me, the strength that you're willing to come up here and share that story and let people know that they can overcome. And what I love about this, too, is that there's organizations in Rochester, in our town, that are sitting here going, you know what? You're right. You're probably not going to do it alone.
Right.
But we were never meant to be alone. You know, we are relational beings, and you're here to help one another. And that's what your organization is doing. And you truly are a leader for others because you're proving that you can overcome, and you're standing here and you're asking other people, come on, come forward. Let us help you reestablish yourself and get your life back.
That's right. It's possible. It's very, very possible.
Well,
when you're using, you don't think it's possible. So.
And you are not defined by the drugs that you're
Absolutely
using.
not.
And
No.
nor I kind of want people to know, you're not a bad person because of it.
No. We do bad things, but that's because we're using.
We do dumb things, but we all do dumb things.
Exactly.
We all
Well,
do
we
dumb
do worse
things,
things.
right? But I want to thank you very much for
Thank
coming out
you.
today,
Yep.
and definitely Coffee Connection, and it's tell me again, the Greenhouse Cafe.
Yes, Greenhouse Cafe.
You got I'm breaking our rule. Go ahead. Tell a little quick blip about the Greenhouse Cafe.
Well, the Greenhouse Cafe was opened up about 2 years ago, and it's a place where we hold events. We have free music there, local artists. We support local musicians, and it's a beautiful place. It was actually Phelps Greenhouse, and we now have a back sitting area, a front area that it's just beautiful. It is very big. It doesn't have the roaster there because we roast all our coffee on site, but it's a very nice, calming place to go sit.
It is very calming.
Yes, do
I
your
think
homework, do your meetings, whatever.
All right.
So.
Well, thank you very much for coming
You're
on
welcome.
today, and you definitely will maybe have to pick this conversation up at another time where we can go a little bit more in depth. Thank you very much.
You're
Stacey.
welcome. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, let me give you just a little
Thank
awkward
you very
hand